welcome to Caseback Watches. My name is Tim, and in this episode we have interesting work to do because I will show you two military watches, and our job is then to find out if they do the job, if they are legit, if they offer some bang for the buck. Alright, let's begin here. The first watch is a Dirty Dozen watch, so-called Dirty Dozen watch. So we're speaking World War II, we're speaking mainly infantry, and we're speaking about a very simple watch. And it happens to be that there was a collaboration this year between Radcliffe Watches and the YouTuber Mad Watch Collector, and they wanted to offer a very affordable field watch. And they claimed, quote, "This is arguably the best affordable value for money field watch of 2024. And unfortunately, that watch is not so easy to buy because at Radcliffe Watches it's sold out. But Caseback Watches viewer Yu sent in his piece for this review because you will find this watch still on the used market, but not with ease. And because of that, I added another watch to this video you can buy like that. And this is the new Praesidus A-5 UDT, and UDT stands for Underwater Demolition Team. Love that name. So we're speaking again World War II, and we're speaking about sort of a prototype of the military dive watch with a large cap over the crown to maintain water resistance and a very, very typical look. And you have seen this so-called Canteen watch on this channel before, but now they have upgraded it. Now you have a new color, nice blue, new structure on the dial, and they added a metal bracelet. And our job is now to find out if these enhancements are good and if the bracelet does the job. All right, I will place timestamps in the description and under the video, so then you can jump to the watch you like most. All right, let's do it. And there it is, M-HKR watch. And as always, let's go over the measurements here first. We have a case diameter of 36 millimeters. This is kind of interesting because the watch looks a bit smaller because of the massive case here. And the length here, the lug is 44. The lug width is 18, and the height of the watch, including the crystal, is 9.5. Then we have the sapphire crystal here, sapphire crystal. Superluminova, of course, and inside ticks the M-HKR 9039 with an alteration because the rotor was removed, and this is now a hand-wound watch, manually wound watch. And the price for this ensemble here is 299 British pounds. That means 355 euros and roughly 385 US dollars. And at first glance you see typical field watch. Typical field watch with that brushed case here, drilled lug holes, and a very puristic, or let's say pure design. We have massive contrast between hands and the black dial. We have that minute track, that railroad track here for precision. And then we have some unusual decisions like this sort of radial alignment here of the numerals. And I leave it to your taste if you like this or not. Historically, it's not correct, but we're not all reenactors, right? We're watch collectors and watch nerds and geeks and watch lovers, and sometimes we see things differently. And so I leave that to your taste. Also the font, because when you look closely, you will notice that the font is pretty special. I've never seen that before. And it's of course arguable. If you see here the 3 and the 4, the numerals change direction. I think you have to get used to that a bit. But again, I leave that to your taste. The watch came on this NATO strap here, of course, very nice option. Very nice option for such a watch. I will show you the case back. And there you go. There's the case back, sapphire crystal, the number of the watch, manual winding, and so forth. So this looks pretty good, pretty much a standard for such a watch. And now let's check out the functionality. I mean, the legibility is absolutely there. Here you have that loom shot, very nice, very dominant because of the large hand, and the large hands here are historically accurate, the syringe type of hands, absolutely. All right, let's unscrew it. Works good, works very good. In fact, sometimes we have this scratchy feeling here with more affordable watches, and then you can just set the time. And strangely, this feels a bit better than the usual M-HKR. Here you don't have so much plates, not rattly in any form, but I think that's the sealing here, the rubber inside that keeps everything really nice in place. So this feels really, really good, I must say. And the hand winding action with position 1 also feels okay. I mean, it really can be a matter of debate if this is a wise decision to make a manually wound watch with a screw-down crown, because you have to use that mechanism daily, on a daily basis, and it can wear out pretty quick. But this is speculation. I don't know that, all right? I didn't test this for a year or so, that watch. Okay, let's close it again. It works fine. And now let's put it on the wrist. And there you go, 36 millimeter on a 17 centimeter wrist, and that's how it looks like. And now let's check it out under broad daylight. Alright, and here we are with our Praesidus A-5 UDT dive watch, and the UDT stands for Underwater Demolition Team. Pretty cool name for a watch. But let's begin with the basic specifications here. We have a case diameter here of 38 millimeters. The origins were smaller, around 32, but it's a bit more contemporary. Then the lug-to-lug length here is 45.8, lug width is 20, and the thickness of the watch is 12.5, which creates a bit of an odd look. See that? The watch looks smaller in diameter because of the height. It's a bit quirky, but again, we are not in the genre dress watch here. We are in the genre underwater demolition. So the watch here is equipped with a sapphire crystal. This is the modern, the modern part here. And inside ticks the P024 soap rod automatic caliber. So these are our specs. And again, you see legible as hell because of the large numerals, because of the large hands, massive amount of lume. And I said the brand new element here is the dial color. Nice blue dial with the sunburst effect. And now we have also a metal bracelet. And what I really like is the crisp look here, because this sapphire crystal has a coating, anti-reflective coating, and this creates that crisp and nice look. And you see a bit of a curvature there, and so very neat, clean, legible, good looking. The rest is pretty tooly of the case. I'm speaking here, pretty tooly with this brushing. There you see the case back. And of course the massive crown, which was borrowed from the historic Canteen watch, and this was meant to improve the water resistance, basically. And now they opted for this bracelet, beads of rice bracelet. Not my favorite choice, to tell you the truth, because it's a bit dressier. And this is a 100% tool watch, and this is a bit dressier, so I don't see the point entirely. And at the beginning it looked a bit artificial, like these segments here were linked together, glued together somewhat, but they are, it's a pretty normal beads of rice bracelet. Was extremely hard to fit the bracelet between the lugs here. It's not an issue, but it's hard. You will have a hard time to do that. And so I'm a bit against this bracelet, I must say. I'm not sure why they opted for that. I mean, the rest, it works. You could pair it also with a NATO, but then the watch is very high. So I would suggest just grab yourself or buy yourself a nice 20mm rubber strap and equip the thing with a rubber strap, or a more rustic leather strap could do the job as well. All right, let's operate it. This is very easy because it's pretty big and handy, and here you see the chain. So pretty interesting. And then you have a little cap here, the little crown, and it's not super easy to pull it out of the watch, but there you go. And now you can change the time. It's just as easy as that. I have a bit of experience with the soap rod movements, and I never had an issue with them. So for me, they worked always flawless without malfunctions and stuff, and good accuracy, and so not really a problem. I think they're a bit more affordable than the usual cylinder, so especially smaller brands opt for soap rod when they have control over the quality, then it's not really a problem. All right, let's close it again. And now let's pop it on the wrist outside under broad daylight. Welcome back. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you've learned something about these two watches. Many thanks again to viewer you for sending this in, for the trust and the help. Okay, and that's the end of this episode. That's all for this week. Thank you very much for your attention, and until next time.